Afternoon, guys. Just finished your final rehearsal before tonight's concert. Tell us a bit about the concert, how it's come together, the theme.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard work that's went into this concert. I suppose it all starts with a few heads sitting down and go through what material we want to put out there and make sure and capture the ear of all listeners. It's not just all pipe band. We've got a few songs in there. We've got a tribute to one of the pipe band greats, Siobhan Miller, and like I say, his song, and like I see, as you've seen today, a bit of an exceptional lighting setup from Coda, which we're incredibly thankful for. So it's been an amazing setup and a journey to now. It's been quite enjoyable. Really enjoyed today. It's kind of nice to just knock off them last couple of nerves and get the backing in and just suppose go for it. So it's been extremely enjoyable. I don't know about you, Davey.
Yeah, definitely the same. It's great to just get on the stage and get a feel for the stage itself and see all the lighting coming together. And we've heard all about it, but now actually seeing it coming into play it just lifts it to a whole new level. And obviously, like Emmett said, the couple of tribute sets we have and things like that. It's nice to look back on some of these sets and remember the roots of the band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is the first time you've been back on this stage since Rise. Lots changed since then. This is your first year with the band.
That's right.
Quite a lot of pressure coming in as first year as lead tip.
Not for this man.
Putting this on.
Not a problem.
Quite a bit shoulders. Yeah, no, I mean, there's no denying it was obviously, a lot of work in a short space of time, but credit to the guys, they've eaten it all up and they've managed to knock off 55 drum scores in 5 months, so it's pretty good effort.
Yeah, exceptional.
So yeah, no, I mean, and I feel as if we've put it together in time, and I feel like we're ready to go.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, there's a few surprises coming tonight. I think people will know by the time this goes out. They'll know what's happened. But the audience here, it's not like it's not like a normal audience that you're going to see down the street, is it? It's everyone's a judge in here. What's it like playing in front of this audience? What's it like trying to put something together that
tick all the boxes? I've said it there myself many times, and I've always said till you come here to enjoy the music and the setup and the show. You don't come here to judge. It's very easy as a pipe band or a pipe band person to come with, this was off and that didn't make sense, and you need to leave all that at the door. Just go and enjoy yourself, have a beer or a wine, whatever way, and just enjoy the night. There's like I say, there's over 80 people made this happen. There's 80 personnel on the stage today at one stage. It's a lot of work for just like I say. This is going to be out after. It's a show, and hopefully it's going to be a show that'll it'll go down in history, or certainly try our best to make it the best we can.
And what about the balance of putting this together amidst playing 3 majors, and you're playing here on Wednesday, and you'll be on Glasgow Green on Friday morning? How do you manage that?
Yeah, well, we just discussed that earlier. That I think once this is done, it'll be a lot easier. Keep 4 sets going all year round for the competition, and so I think the concert's actually been a really good focus to allow us, suppose, to work at different stuff and get the parts of the brain working that maybe didn't need to work up to now. So when it comes to the 4 sets, like I'll be relieved once the concert's done, so we can focus on them 4 sets, and I think it'll be a lot easier. I certainly know we competed at Perth there with 2 great performances in Dumbarton. So for us this year's consistency, and so far, fingers crossed, after tonight and Friday, Saturday, we'll be seeing the same on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we've had so much music to keep going, it's meant that everyone's had to be playing all the time. So there's no issues with stamina or anything like that, or knowing the tunes, because it's had to be done for the other.
If you don't know it now, forget about
exactly. It's had to be done for the other 19 sets or whatever it is we've got in the concert. So I feel as if it's helped the preparation for the contest season, having the concert.
Yeah, feel it's kept everyone that bit sharper, just because you've got to be so switched on the whole
focused,
time.
Yeah.
Very much focused, and like I say, that all practices, we're always learning and changing stuff. You need to be there, so people's putting in that extra practice at home, giving that extra 10%. And if everybody's giving that extra 10%, the whole band's elevating together as far as performance and consistency. So guys and girls have done great.
Yeah.
Hats off to them.
Good stuff. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate
Cheers.
it.
Thanks very much.
Thanks
Cheers, guys.
Bob, good to see you again. We're back here in the concert hall. How many times have you compared one of these gigs now?
I've lost track several times.
And when did they ask you to come and do your bit?
Back in the
this
winter
time?
time, they sent a message and to see if I'd be interested in doing this, and I'm absolutely honoured to do it.
Yeah, and tell us a bit about what's the concert called, and so what's the concept? What's the basis of
Well,
the
the
story?
concert's called SOLAS, and I think it comes from the fact that the mining community and the mining community Shott was known for producing lights and that, and so that's kind of the metaphor, if you wish, or the theme behind the concert tonight, and they will definitely light up the stage tonight.
Yeah, so we've seen some of the performances already. We get a little bit of sneak preview. We're very lucky, aren't we? But what is it about this concert that's put on every year? You get to compare it so often. What is it about it that makes everybody love it? What's so special about it?
Well, there's so many things. The fact that it is such an international gathering for the audience in particular, it'd just be stunning, every country represented in the audience. And that it's always the top flight bands that perform here in this concert, and they all try to put their own stamp on it to make it a little bit different. And the concert that Shott is going to has put together is no different. It's extremely diverse. There's some fun numbers, some different numbers that I think will be quite exciting for the audience.
Yeah. And out of the many of these concerts you've been to, what are some of the standout moments of the last 20 years or so or more? What are some of the standout ones that stick in your memory?
Well, just the excellence that Field Marshal Montgomery puts into every performance, the fun and everything that has come out of the Inverary concerts. I think one of the standout moments with one of the Inverary concerts that I emceed was where they had the band played a bunch of 2/4s, and they had some celebrities. They didn't know what they were being called down for, doing the Canadian barn dance on the front of the stage here, which was absolutely terrific. It was great fun, and and they're going to be, without giving it away, they're going to be some real standout moments for this concert.
Yeah, and of course last year we had the moment where gradually one by one they were going through the set, and some of everyone's favourite pipe majors came out.
Yes. That was terrific.
Yeah, and you're commentating on the stream as always on Saturday.
Yes, I am.
Are you judging on Friday?
No,
You're not judging
No.
this year, no. But you were judging at the Scottish Championships,
Yes, I did,
European
yeah.
Championships
Yeah,
this weekend.
yeah.
And looking forward to Friday. Any thoughts ahead of the weekend?
Actually, I'm kind of delighted I'm not having to do any adjudication on the Friday, so I can just hang out, make some notes. Whatever they play, whatever medley they play, it'll be the other medley, so I can prepare some comments on that for the live stream that evening. And the same with regard to the March Strathspey Reel component that they play. So it's kind of nice just to hang out and do it that way in civvies and then get ready for the big job the next day.
And I might get myself into trouble by asking you this here, but any nice phrases, new sort of ways of describing things you've come up with in the last year or so?
Let's see. How about synchronicity?
Yeah.
Synchronicity. Watch for that one.
Yeah. Don't play the drinking game while you're watching this interview.
But do it responsibly.
Of course. And it's the special thing about the live stream, isn't it, that there's so many people from around the world watching, and it makes it accessible for some of those bands that can't come here every year from, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, elsewhere.
And families that can't afford to come with their family member who's playing in one of the bands, so they're all at home rooting on, and it's terrific.
Yeah, and any reflections on the last year in piping since we last spoke to you?
There have been a number of leadership changes in some of the bands, and it has not seemed to hurt the performance level of any of those bands. So I think there'll be a definite bump up. Every single year it seems to be that way. Every single year there's a bump up in the overall quality of the performance, the quality of the sound, the quality of the music, the diversity in the medleys. And I think when we went through COVID and we came out of COVID, people figured, well, the quality won't be quite there what it was like just before COVID. It wasn't. It was higher than it was before COVID. People maybe appreciated that space and then went back at it refreshed.
Yeah, and you mentioned some of the phenomenal concert performances Inverary have put on over the last number of years. This year is Inverary's 20th anniversary. They had their ball on Monday. It's such a phenomenal experience or phenomenal achievement for Inverary, and particularly Stuart Little leading the band for those 20 years. What they've achieved from coming from grade 4B up to grade 1.
A novice juvenile, actually.
Yeah.
Not even 4B, even lower than novice juvenile, and just straight up meteoric, and quite an achievement. I was at their celebratory dinner, and it was a wonderful evening, truly a great evening.
Yeah, fantastic celebration of a brilliant achievement. Well, thanks for talking to us, Bob.
Absolute
we know
pleasure.
You've got to get off and have a chat with the BBC.
Yes, I do.
So we'll let you go and look forward to seeing you this evening.
Looking forward to the show.
Cheers.